Hey, 49ers faithful. We're back with an exclusive video bringing you the latest updates on our beloved San Francisco 49ers. Before we jump in, make sure to subscribe to 49ers Zone and hit that like button. This way, you'll never miss any breaking news or exciting updates about the Niners. In a move that has sent shockwaves through the NFL world, the San Francisco 49ers have reportedly made a jaw-dropping offer for Patrick Mahomes, the reigning superstar quarterback of the Kansas City Chiefs. Sources close to the situation say that the proposal is so unprecedented in its scale that even veteran analysts are struggling to comprehend its implications. The 49ers, known for their strategic boldness under the leadership of their front office, seem determined to shake the very foundations of the league. This isn't just about acquiring a player. It's about redefining what a franchise is willing to risk for immediate dominance. Imagine the talent swap, the potential draft picks involved, the salary cap gymnastics. It's all part of a story that could rewrite NFL history in ways fans have only dreamed about. Mahomes, who has become synonymous with record-breaking plays and thrilling comebacks, would instantly transform the 49ers into title favorites. The Chiefs' fan base, meanwhile, is reportedly in disbelief, with social media exploding with reactions ranging from anger to sheer astonishment. Every expert, every commentator, every casual fan is now forced to rethink their predictions for the next season, as a rumor refuses to fade and only grows in intensity with each passing hour. The speculation surrounding this offer raises countless questions about the long-term strategy of both franchises. The 49ers, already a powerhouse with a balanced roster and a coaching staff praised for innovation, seem to be signaling an all-in approach for championship glory. Bringing Mahomes to San Francisco wouldn't just be a statement. It would be a seismic shift in the competitive landscape, one that could spark a ripple effect across the league. Imagine the locker room dynamics, the new offensive schemes, the anticipation of fans who have been dreaming about such a combination for years. It's like something out of a sports movie, but the stakes are real, and the money involved is astronomical. Analysts are poring over every potential trade detail, trying to assess whether Kansas City could be tempted or if this is simply an ambitious gamble that may never materialize. The narrative is so captivating that even casual viewers, who rarely follow trade rumors, find themselves drawn into debates, social media threads, and hypothetical scenarios that stretch from coast to coast. It's the kind of story that fuels endless speculation, compelling fans to check the news every hour, hoping for confirmation, clarification, or even a dramatic twist that could completely change the landscape of the NFL overnight. What makes this rumor even more electrifying is the timing. Coming at a point in the season when attention is typically divided between playoff races, draft prospects, and off-season planning, the sudden appearance of a potential Mahomes trade to the 49ers has hijacked every conversation. Experts are dissecting every angle: the salary cap implications, the draft capital required, the potential player exchanges, and even the impact on coaching decisions. Social media platforms are ablaze, with fans speculating on the perfect combinations that could make the 49ers unstoppable. Meanwhile, Mahomes himself has become a subject of endless debate, with questions swirling about his willingness to leave the only team he's ever led to greatness. The Chiefs, on the other hand, are reportedly assessing the proposal with extreme caution, fully aware that losing their franchise quarterback would be catastrophic, but also recognizing the eye-popping value of what the 49ers might offer. Every journalist, every insider, and every commentator is walking a fine line between reporting and pure conjecture, creating a perfect storm of anticipation that seems to grow by the minute. Rumors like this are rare, explosive, and utterly transformative, leaving fans desperate for any scrap of confirmation or denial, while the league itself braces for the inevitable fallout if even a fraction of this story turns out to be true. Amidst all this chaos, one thing is clear: the 49ers are making a bold statement about their ambitions. Whether this offer is a calculated strategy, a negotiation tactic, or a genuine attempt to acquire one of the greatest quarterbacks of the modern era, the ripple effects are unavoidable. Other teams, witnessing the audacity of this move, are now forced to consider how they will respond. Will rival franchises attempt similar blockbuster trades? Could this trigger a domino effect of mega moves across the NFL landscape? The story of Mahomes to San Francisco is not just a rumor. It's a narrative about ambition, risk, and the relentless pursuit of glory. Fans are already envisioning the possibilities: explosive offensive plays, game-winning drives under Mahomes' leadership, and a revitalized 49ers dynasty. Meanwhile, social media debates are reaching fever pitch, with endless speculation about how this trade would affect existing team chemistry, coaching strategies, and even the morale of players who might be asked to relocate. It's the kind of rumor that transcends statistics and rankings, becoming a cultural event in its own right, pulling in casual viewers, diehard fans, and analysts alike into a shared frenzy that seems impossible to contain. Rumors like this don't just dominate headlines. They create narratives that shape fan expectations, media coverage, and even team strategies long before anything is finalized. The Mahomes 49ers story is no exception, combining shock value, strategic intrigue, and the allure of what could be a once-in-a-generation football storyline. Every tweet, every insider report, and every analyst opinion is dissected and debated, adding layers of intensity to an already combustible rumor. The Chiefs, now at the center of speculation, must navigate a delicate balance between protecting their franchise cornerstone and capitalizing on potential value in a trade scenario. Meanwhile, the 49ers, who have consistently demonstrated a willingness to make bold moves, appear ready to gamble everything on a vision of instant dominance. Fans are already imagining the highlight reels, the record-breaking games, and the championship aspirations that could accompany Mahomes in San Francisco. The league itself is caught in a whirlwind of speculation as executives, coaches, and players all try to anticipate the consequences of such a seismic shift. In the end, whether this trade materializes or not, the narrative has already captivated the entire football world, setting the stage for a dramatic offseason filled with suspense, debate, and dream. As the rumor continues to swirl, media outlets are relentlessly chasing every angle, analyzing potential motivations, and speculating on what could happen next. Could Mahomes actually be tempted to leave a Chiefs team where he's become an icon? Would the 49ers be willing to part with top draft picks, key players, or salary flexibility to make this deal a reality? The possibilities are endless, and every new piece of information adds fuel to an already raging fire of speculation. Social media has become a pressure cooker, with fans dissecting every minor report, creating hypothetical trade scenarios, and imagining the impact on fantasy football, team dynamics, and league standings. The conversation has shifted from routine team news to something almost mythic in its proportions, a story that feels larger than life and capable of dominating the sports landscape for weeks, if not months. Analysts are torn between cautious skepticism and sheer excitement, trying to separate fact from rumor while acknowledging the tantalizing possibility that the impossible might just happen. This isn't merely a trade discussion. It's a spectacle, a media frenzy, and a fan phenomenon rolled into one, leaving everyone wondering, will the NFL landscape be forever changed by a single audacious move from the San Francisco 49ers? The ripple effect of the 49ers' reported offer for Patrick Mahomes extends far beyond the immediate teams involved, potentially reshaping the entire NFL ecosystem. Imagine rival franchises scrambling to reassess their offseason strategies, considering trades, draft picks, and free agent moves they might not have contemplated before this bombshell. Analysts are already projecting hypothetical scenarios where other elite quarterbacks become part of cascading trade deals, creating a domino effect that could redefine talent distribution across the league. Fans are equally caught up, with social media threads exploding into heated debates over the feasibility, fairness, and audacity of such a move. Mahomes himself becomes an almost mythical figure in this narrative, the man whose potential relocation could spark a seismic shift in team dynamics, marketability, and competitive balance. Even casual observers, who typically tune in only for highlight reels or playoff drama, are now invested, drawn into speculation about who might be next to make a blockbuster move. The 49ers' audacity, combined with Mahomes' superstar status, transforms this rumor from a simple trade discussion into a full-blown cultural phenomenon, capturing attention from media outlets, fans, and players alike. Every new development, every insider hint, and every speculative report is dissected, debated, and amplified, creating a storm of anticipation that feels impossible to ignore and destined to dominate headlines for weeks. Strategically, the implications of Mahomes joining San Francisco are staggering. The 49ers, already a well-balanced team with a respected coaching staff and solid roster depth, would instantly become a super team capable of contending for the Super Bowl every season. The offensive schemes could be redesigned around Mahomes' dynamic playmaking, opening up opportunities for other stars and creating nightmares for opposing defenses. Analysts are speculating on everything from red zone efficiency to third down conversion rates, imagining how Mahomes' leadership and improvisational skills would elevate the team's performance across the board. Meanwhile, the Chiefs would face the challenge of rebuilding around a post-Mahomes era, a scenario that no franchise ever approaches lightly. Fans are already theorizing about potential draft day moves, scouting adjustments, and coaching strategies aimed at mitigating the loss of their franchise quarterback. The ripple effects would touch not just team performance, but marketing, ticket sales, and even national television ratings, as a Mahomes-led 49ers would instantly become a must-watch team. Social media debates, expert panels, and fan forums are consumed by endless permutations, each more dramatic than the last, as everyone tries to predict whether this blockbuster trade is plausible or simply a fantasy destined to captivate headlines without ever materializing. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to 49ers Zone and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The human element of this story is just as compelling as the numbers and strategy. Patrick Mahomes, a player known not only for his on-field genius, but also for his loyalty, charisma, and influence, becomes the centerpiece of a narrative that blends ambition with uncertainty. What motivates him? Would he embrace the challenge of leading a new team to glory, or would the emotional ties to Kansas City outweigh any temptation? Fans are torn between hope and skepticism, imagining Mahomes wearing a 49ers jersey while grappling with the implications of leaving the team that defined his rise to stardom. Meanwhile, teammates, coaches, and organizational leaders on both sides are thrust into a whirlwind of potential transitions, evaluating relationships, trust, and morale in the face of unprecedented speculation. Social media amplifies every nuance, every whisper, and every perceived clue, turning a potential transaction into a collective cultural obsession. Analysts, insiders, and commentators dissect every word from press conferences, interviews, and cryptic social media posts, searching for confirmation or denial, feeding the narrative further. This isn't just a trade rumor. It's an exploration of ambition, loyalty, and legacy, a story that blurs the lines between sports news, entertainment, and collective fan imagination. Financially, the ramifications are equally staggering, with salary cap considerations, contract negotiations, and endorsement potential all becoming central to the speculation. Bringing Mahomes to the 49ers would require complex maneuvering, potentially including restructuring deals, leveraging draft capital, and negotiating player incentives in ways rarely attempted before. Sports economists, agents, and league executives are reportedly running endless models to calculate feasibility, while fans are left to imagine the sheer scale of such an audacious move. The media, meanwhile, thrives on these financial intricacies, highlighting not just the player's value on the field, but also the broader economic implications for franchises, sponsors, and even local economies dependent on team success. Hypothetical scenarios are endlessly debated: which players might be traded in return, how draft picks could be leveraged, and whether other high-profile athletes might follow suit if precedent is set. The storyline transcends simple sports reporting, morphing into a multifaceted drama that incorporates money, strategy, ambition, and personal legacy. As every detail is scrutinized, fans remain captivated, glued to news updates, rumors, and insider reports, debating, theorizing, and imagining a world where Mahomes in red and gold isn't just a headline, but a reality poised to reshape the entire NFL landscape. The fan reaction to this rumor has been nothing short of electric, with social media platforms flooded by passionate debates, memes, and hypothetical highlight reels. Chiefs fans express shock and disbelief, some clinging to hope that the reports are exaggerated, while 49ers supporters indulge in the fantasy of a Mahomes-led dynasty. Influencers, content creators, and commentators amplify every angle, dissecting the rumor with dramatic flair and expert analysis that blurs the line between reporting and entertainment. Fantasy football communities are particularly enthralled, calculating how such a move would upend leagues and reshape player value across positions. Sports bars, podcasts, and online forums buzz with speculation, each person contributing their own theory about potential trades, coaching strategies, and the cascading effects of the blockbuster rumor. The cultural impact is immense, as the narrative spreads beyond traditional sports audiences to casual viewers, celebrities, and media personalities, all engaging in the drama. This isn't just a story. It's a communal event, an ongoing spectacle that merges the thrill of possibility with the unpredictability of professional sports, keeping fans on edge and analysts scrambling for insights, while the league itself braces for the inevitable conversations, debates, and potential decisions that could follow. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the San Francisco 49ers, make sure to subscribe to 49ers Zone and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.